The last one of the day. Last one of the day. Big up everyone who's locked in. Big up to everyone who's made their way over from, obviously, the African Cup of Nations coverage. Some excellent games today. But we're going back to club football. I've put the link in there. Click the link if you want to call in, talk about your club. At the moment, we've got 2 guests. Matt, how you doing, mate?
All right, good, man. How are you?
I'm okay, actually.
A bit better today. But we actually had good news today, I suppose. So it felt like 3 points for Everton today. So
definitely get into that. Big up, Orest. How you doing, mate?
Yo.
Doing good, mate. How are you?
Good. Thanks for tuning in. Obviously, Man United fan. Yeah. Ahmed, thank you for tuning in as well. Coming over from the AFCON content. I believe you're a Man United fan too?
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to get into this. And Manchester Mania, big up to you as well.
What's up, man?
You know what? Let me see if I can reshuffle this. Let's keep all the Manchester United guys together. Let me just move this around. And such. So yeah, but I'm all good. We are going to start with Everton, though. Big up.
Do we have
Nicky, to? Mate. Yeah, there's so much that's happened with your club. So much. Let's get straight into it. So let's talk about the Norwich game first and foremost.
Yep.
What on earth happened?
I actually I didn't have to watch the game, which was great. I brought my little lad out, so I didn't get to watch the game, and my phone went dead at half-time, so I didn't actually get the fume of it, so it was actually grand. To be honest, 2 o'clock came round and I seen the starting lineup, and I was like, just can we sack a manager before the game? So I don't know. He decided that Dominic Calvert-Lewin was fit, and he decided to still play Rondon beside him. And he had his bench. I think he had Richarlison, Yerry Mina, Townsend, Anthony Gordon. He had a good bench, and he just didn't still wanted to play Rondon up front in a must-win game against a team at the bottom of the table, and it's just he signed his own debt warrant. It's just, and it was a game we really, really needed to win. If we had won that game, we would have gotten to, I think it was 13th in the table with 2 games in hand around the teams around us, and now we're still looking over our shoulder. Leeds got a huge win today.
Massive.
Only for Watford getting the last minute equaliser. Newcastle could have been 2 points close to us as well. So we were in a really, really bad spot there yesterday, and I think he shook Dean Smith's hand after the game, and he walked straight down the tunnel, and that was just the end of him. You just knew there and then that he was gone. So the fume on Everton Twitter since the last time I was on your show, Rich, the Palace Everton game.
Yeah, I
was kind of still in the not rack out or rack it in, but I was kind of backing him to kind of do a job and we'll see which way this goes. But since that game, it's just kind of, it's I think we 5 points since September. 5 points since September. So
I didn't realize it was that bad.
5 points in September, and we got 3 points against Arsenal in that game. Norwich hadn't scored a goal in 9 hours of football, and then Michael Keane decided to score one for them. So it was always going to happen. It's just I think a lot of the players there. I think when it's one of those situations now where like Rafa Benitez names a team, and then some of the players who are in the starting 11 are not. They don't want to play the tactics that he's trying to enforce in the team, and I think a lot of those players that are there now are just kind of like, I think a lot of them are glad he's gone. I don't think any of them believed in the tactics. I don't think any of them, like Seamus Coleman comes out and says you have to back the manager. Seamus Coleman's had 8 different managers at Everton now at this stage. Do you know what I mean? So, but like, I take nothing away from Norwich. Norwich played really well in the first half, actually. They put Everton under a bit of pressure. Like, Everton had most of the ball, really, but Norwich looked tricky. But like, this is Norwich we're talking about. I mean, Everton just make other teams look good, and it's never going to change until like our current board members are Bill Kenroy, Farb Mashiri, and Bill Kenroy just decided to put Graham Sharp, who's a club legend, on the board. So at the moment we have Bill Kenroy, Farb Mashiri, Graham Sharp, and Denise Barrett-Baxendale on the board, and only one of them has any kind of iota on how to run a football club, and he's been at the club for 40 years. So we have a billionaire owner that hasn't a clue what's going on with the club. He's living over in New York. Denise Barrett-Baxendale knows how to run charities, and Everton might be acting like a charity at the moment, giving everybody points left, right and centre. And then Graham Sharp was only put on the board because he's Bill Kenroyd's mate, and you need to have at least 3 people on the board in order to have a board. So I think Graham Sharp has been brought on. I think Denise Barrett-Baxendale is going to leave soon. And the club is just in bits. The club is just in absolute and utter disarray. And I just don't. And even now that Rafa's gone, we're still kind of sitting here going, what's next? Because what manager in their right mind comes into this job now the way it is? I don't know.
Wow.
I have a name. Can I say it? You said somebody with the right mind to come take the job. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will take the job.
Thanks for having me. See you later, bud.
Oh man!
Shots fired on the call-in show. Shots fired.
Seriously though, I'd say like it's a bit weird considering like the current state of the Premier League and like modern football, so tactical and everything. But I'd say go for someone who's passionate, loves Everton and everything. I'd say go for Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, so there's a list of people there. There's a list of people there at the moment.
Lampard.
Yeah. So the problem with Everton have at the moment is obviously we're suffering with financial fair play, Premier League profit and sustainability rules. So we've got money from the Lucas Digne sale. It's so funny, we sell Lucas Digne because Rafa wanted him out, and then literally a week later we sack Rafa Benitez.
Such a terrible decision.
But in fairness, like the Lucas Digne money has paid for our new left back and our new right back that we needed for the last 5-6 years since Seamus Coleman broke his leg. So a lot of Everton fans don't seem to see that. They just kind of say, "Oh, Rafa's forcing them out." Yeah, but Rafa Benitez is seeing a player there that was a sellable asset, and we needed to sell that player in order to get a new younger left back in, and we needed a new right back anyway. So I don't see that as that bad. I think it's a good bit of business. In fairness, we only have 3 or 4 sellable assets, and Lucas Digne was one of them. This time next year, he's going to be 29. He's on 150 grand a week at Aston Villa, so he's a good player. I'm not going to take anything away from him. He's a good player. So, but yeah, Wayne Rooney, I don't think he's going to want to walk away from that Derby job at the moment, because he's in the middle of being about to pull off the biggest survival of all time. Like, if he gets Derby,
if they do that, that's unbelievable.
Unreal, and it's fully deserved as well, because they're playing fantastic and the teams ahead of them are faltering big time. I think somebody put up a tweet saying they're only 6 or 7 points off the playoffs if they didn't have their points deduction.
Yeah, so this is the current state of affairs, actually. Barnsley are bottom with 14 points. Derby have 14 points. Bear in mind, they had minus 21. And Peterborough made the last team in the relegation zone with 19. Reading, who have played one game less, have 22. So they're only 8 points off safety.
And they're currently playing better than all the teams around them.
And there's a long way to go too.
Yeah, there's still 21 games.
Yeah, I'd say he only needs to win about 10 of them, 11 of them, and he'll be safe.
He'll be safe, yeah. Let me hit some of the comments, and now we'll come over to Manchester United for a bit. Give you a bit of a breather there, Matt.
Yeah.
You know. Big up Santiago. Says here, Popcorn Gang, hit the like. Yeah, smash the like button, guys. Welcome to the Football Fan Show. Smash the likes and subscribe. Please do that. Big up Ahmed, who's now obviously in the show himself. He says, yo. Big up Louis, who also says, yo. Big up CM. Always love me, bro. Go follow him on both YouTube and Twitch. Big up to Manchester Mania, who else is now in the show. So thank you for clicking the link and coming to have your say. We have Jamie Phillips here, who's a Liverpool fan. So hopefully he doesn't click the link for your sake, Matt. But I'm sure he'll have a lot to say.
I have enough Liverpool fans. Do you know what it is before you continue on there? The texts I'm getting from my Liverpool friends are no longer slagging me. They just feel sorry for me now, which is worse. So I don't know what's worse, though. It's bad now.
Big up Well Factor. Once again, a lot of the support from the African nations and stuff, which was wicked, man. So thank you for coming through here as well. It says hello all. Connect Real. Where you been, bro? It's been a while. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you. Hope you're fuming. Yeah. Boy, yes. 2-0 up, I believe it was. Big up Munzie as well. Great show he does. Munzie Talks Monday is a Premier League show. He also has NBA and NFL. Type in when those shows are. I believe one's Wednesday, and I think there's one on a Thursday. But please correct me if I'm wrong, Munzie. As I'll subscribe to Munzie Talks as well. Louis says here, Frank Lampard will take it, which I think is a good shout actually.
I'll get to that when you let me get to that. I have my opinion.
Oh yes,
Steve Bruce maybe. Yeah.
Orest is here to troll, you know.
Are we here to have a serious conversation or what? Like seriously.
You know, with Orest, yeah, Orest is a troll. He's a
Graham
troll, but don't worry.
Yeah,
he would be a good shout, you know. Everton have better owner than United. Apparently, Rooney might go there.
I don't know about that.
Vibes. Steve the Don Bruce is looking for work. He'll thank me later.
Yes.
Can it roll agrees and says Potter.
I don't think Potter will leave for Everton.
Big up Reese in the chat.
Yeah.
Steve Bruce.
Oh no.
Big Stevie.
Oh man.
He'll give you that passion. Don't worry, he'll give you that passion.
As the bacon, did you see?
He'll give you the passion.
I'm glad you're feeling a lot better though, Connect. Big up Maisie, Devils United. Make sure you follow. Man United fan, but also covers women's football as well. You know, it's great that the women's football's getting the respect it deserves. There's massive shouts for Martinez to return back to Goodison.
He's the favourite at the moment, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like Steve Bruce, it's 0.5 chances per game. All right, we're going to give you that breather. Let's talk Man United. Let's talk Manchester United. Orest, I've heard from you before, but so I'm going to go to my guests first, the new guests. Ahmed, let's start with you, then we'll go to Manchester Mania. What's going on with your club?
Yeah, can you repeat that 1 second? I didn't hear you.
I was just saying, what's going on with your club, Manchester United?
Not a lot, by the sound of it.
I'd say the most has happened like in the last 2 months. Like so much has happened. Probably overshadowed the last 8 years since Fergie left. I'd say like the past 2 months have been mad. It's just been everyone lying to each other about the team, about the club. Everyone trying to save each other, and I don't know what, and favoritism, all of that.
Who do you think falls into that favoritism category?
No.
Tough questions.
I just
I asked the hard-hitting questions here. 100%. Manchester Mania. What's your thoughts on your club?
Can I say cuss words here on the live?
You're more than welcome to.
Okay. Shit. That's my thoughts, basically. I mean, everything went right this past weekend. West Ham dropped points, Chelsea dropped points, and Arsenal and Tottenham don't play. Perfect opportunity to cement ourselves as top position to take fourth place, and we blew a 2-point lead, a two-goal lead. I don't understand anything what's happening with the club. I don't think any of the players are backing Ralph at this point. I think they were backing Ole because Ole is lenient with them and it gives them the opportunity to do whatever they want, and Ralph isn't that type of manager. And I think they're all upset that Ole left. I'm not upset. I hate Ole. I hope he gets the Everton job because then they will get relegated. But I don't understand anything that's going on with the club right now. I'm like Roland. I'm just watching the game and not caring if we win or lose. I used to break TVs, break my phone, crack glass all around me when we lose. Now I don't care. I'm laughing. Since that 5th goal by Liverpool, when they beat us 5-0, I've just been laughing every time we concede a goal. It's funny, but sad at the same time.
Wow. I mean, Factor, this is a very good question. And, we can all share our opinions on that a little bit later, actually, on who do you think will get relegated. On that note, Manchester Mania, you said, obviously, like, you don't care anymore. I am now, obviously, I've released it now, the hashtag on loan to Palace. If you want to obviously come on loan to Palace, support the red and blue, you're more than welcome. Matt, you can come and join us too. Come on loan.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, like, Manchester Mania there, like, he's saying, since we conceded 5 goals to Liverpool, Everton have been conceding 5 goals to Liverpool for the last 27 years. I'm an Everton fan, all right? Don't be giving me this. I laugh every time we concede a goal now. We concede 3 goals a game.
If Rooney takes the job, I'm immediately going to become an Everton fan for the rest of the season.
Wait, you're going to get more stress.
Exactly, that's true though. But at least I find somebody I like,
Great.
Oh man. Orest. Talk to me.
But I hate Crystal Palace, so
cheers.
Yeah, it's because we beat them so many times.
Last time when I came onto this fan call, I said Ole needs to stop zooming. And now I'm still seeing he's on the Zoom. And what I'm seeing, from the past 24 hours is Martial and Ragnick is getting heated up now. Ragnick is saying, Martial said to me he didn't want to travel. But then Martial is putting on his Instagram story, I always want to play for United. I don't want to disrespect him. I do not know what's going on with this football club. There's players.
Who do you believe?
To be honest, I don't even know. I believe more Martial because Ragnick, he should have said this quote before the game rather than after the game. Because before the game, he said Ronaldo was injured and Rashford was injured. I don't know. I didn't understand why he didn't include Martial, but he did include Martial after the game. It's almost like he's blaming Martial for this draw. So I am trusting Martial. I don't think Martial really said to himself, really said to Ragnick, I don't want to travel. I just think Martial just wants to leave the club, in my opinion. He needs to get game time, but we have stupid board that want 6 million loan fee. Guys, 6 million loan fee. Only just to stay for the rest of the season, 6 million bucks. Seville can't afford that. So I do not know what's going on. There's players making statements. Their PR team are doing that. There's Maguire, he's a fridge. saying, we should go on a run for Monday. Mate, who do you think you are, Maguire, mate? You captain and you're making PR statements and saying, Manchester United, we should go on a run for Monday. How about you sit on the bench from every game week from now on until match day 38? Because I've had enough with Maguire. We have some players who want to fight for the badge, and then other players who just take money because they earn a lot of money, and then that's it. That's all we have. We have some players that want to leave and unhappy, and we have some players that want to fight. for the badge. But it's a mess right now. What can I say?
It definitely sounds like it's a mess. So between yourself and Manchester Mania, before we go into Nicky, because Nicky can talk about Palace, we haven't spoken since. Obviously, the draw, depending on which way you're taking it. Let me just address some of the comments. So Connect Real says, I believe Ralph Moore, when he got the job, he had high praise for Tony. I don't think he'll change that after 6 weeks. And Ralph was asked about Tony after the game, and he answered the question. Says we're beating you on Wednesday, by the way, Ivan Tony.
Let's just relax, mate. I don't know where
Vibes has already gone on loan to Brentford. And Jamie asks, is that a bunk bed?
But to me, yeah, that is, mate. Yeah.
The Glazers stay winning because half of the fans are reactionary robots. All right, so I'm going to give you a player each. Just tell me if you want them to stay or to go. Don't worry, I'm not going to go through your whole squad because
that's fine.
That will take
you can do that.
We ain't got time for that.
Right, Manchester Mania, Martial,
Leave.
or rest Pogba.
Keep. Leave as well. Oh wait, sorry.
We'll take one each.
Yeah,
Rest.
Keep Pogba. Yeah.
Manchester Mania, Donny van der Beek.
For his own sake, let him leave. But if it was up to me, I would start him every game.
Rush, you could join in as well, by the way. We're just saying players stay or leave, right?
Right.
Cool. So far we had Martial and Manchester Mania said he can leave. Oreste Pogba can stay, and Donny said, or Manchester Mania said Donny can go for his sake. So I'll give you Lingard.
Lingard should have gone in the summer, to be fair, bro. One of the things that this club does not do is we don't sell players on. Like, they just don't balance the books. It never should have been a thing where he was allowed to run down his contract to this far down. So, I mean, it's a bit useless now, isn't it? Because, like, who's even going to come in for him when they can just offer him a free contract and get him for free in the summer?
Yeah, that's a good point. Orest will go Cavani.
That'll take him.
Cavani, interesting. Keep.
Manchester Mania, Ronaldo.
Oh, that's tough. But before I answer that question, when he said we don't balance the books, just a very fun fact. Since Sir Alex left, the only player we made a profit on by buying him and then selling him was Daniel James. We bought him for 19 and sold him for 29. That was the first player.
I think Daily Blind as well, but that's about it.
That was before.
Dan James was too big for the club. Had to sell him out.
Dan James is available for Everton, so keep an eye on him.
I think when it comes to Ronaldo, though, I think we should keep him. But we should have a manager who comes in who understands the negatives and positives of Ronaldo in the team. I don't think Ralph is the man, and I don't think Ole understands anything about football other than playing. But that's why I would keep him. But again, depending on who the manager is. So.
Cool. Brush, Wan-Bissaka.
No comment.
Give him back. Yeah, just send him back down.
Listen, this is one I've been trying to defend him so hard, man, but he makes it so difficult.
The worst thing about what's going on is him trying to cross, mate. He cannot cross for his life. I can play right back myself.
That little toe punt cross is madness.
Can I just say, at Palace, he didn't have these issues. I know we were a defensive team, but
that's because you lot didn't pass the halfway line.
I haven't finished. When we did get full, he was crossing the ball into the box. You've ruined another Palace player.
Mm-hmm.
Take it back. You're welcome. Give us 50 million and take it back.
50 mil? Mate.
I'm taking it back even for 15.
We don't buy players like you.
Dallo had an amputated leg last week.
You guys are in Zaha as well.
He just looks so uncomfortable on the ball as well. It's mad.
He's no confidence now because he's getting he has competition.
He has competition from a lot. Yeah, he has competition.
Yeah.
From
All right, one more each. Orest will go. McTominay.
Sell, 100% sell. He's a fraud, by the way. He's a fraud. Sell.
Manchester Mania. Let's go. Maguire.
The fridge. I mean, there's no way we could sell him. Like, let's be honest. Like, who would buy Harry the Fridge Maguire?
No one's buying him.
His head's worth 40 million alone.
There's no way. not even Farhad Bashiri, the idiot with Liverpool, with Everton, would buy him. Yeah, although they buy any player.
Not even Everton. That's stupid to buy Harry Maguire.
Oh,
you can where we think
80 million quid.
Rush,
Harry Maguire.
Rush, last one. Fred.
I mean, he's a squad option for me. I wouldn't get rid of him just because we have a lack of midfielders at the moment anyway.
Yep, I agree.
Fair enough. Oh boy, so let me just see up some more comments. It's been pretty entertaining the comment section, by the way. But I'm saying that Thomas Frank is better than Wreck-It Ralph.
I like that.
Collect rules like Pogba can go and keep Donny.
No.
Says Pogba can go.
But keep Donny for what though? We're not playing him.
Exactly, mate.
Or his own
No, that was the height of disrespect that they put that. Congratulations on your.
Oh, that was disrespectful.
I was pissed. I saw it and I was pissed.
Bro, he might genuinely have more appearances than minutes played.
Mate, you see United's admin on Instagram. They put 50 appearances for Donny van de Beek, mate. They took the piss.
Yeah.
Respect.
Vibe says brushes in the washing machine.
Yeah.
David.
Oh, is my connection all messed up? Can you not hear me properly?
No, we can hear you fine.
You sound okay.
Oh.
Yeah. It might have been earlier, maybe.
Oh, okay.
David Lee said Cavani can go.
I disagree.
Jamie Lee said Jamie Lee.
Did you not touch on the whole Martial Ralph thing?
Yeah,
briefly.
Oh, okay.
It will cost around 300 million for them to get back to the top, but they will spend that money on 2 players.
Huh? Wait, relax, mate.
And that's what you do.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah, it's not just a money thing though, isn't it? You need to have a plan. We lack that. It's just a scattergun approach for us.
Like,
our board is horrendous, mate. I'm seeing sources saying they're planning to make signings in the summer rather than this month. How embarrassing, man.
I have a question for the Manchester United fans. What do you think of the Varane signing? Was he the right signing for Man United?
Of course. It's what we needed, to be honest. He brings that winning mentality to our squad. So.
Okay, then my next question. Do you remember what happened to us when both our senior centre-backs retired at the same time? Nemanja Vidic and Roy Ferdinand. Now both Maguire and Varane are the same age, and they will retire at the same age. And we're going to be at the same thing all over again. No centre-backs, playing Phil Jones and Chris Smalling again. So there's no plan. Just bringing the big player is not going to work. I think they brought Sancho for the right, and then that bozo, Ole Gunnar, was playing him on the left for the first 15 games, and people wondered why he wasn't doing anything. No plan. We're just signing big players with zero plans.
Sancho was a good signing before Ronaldo was signed.
I agree.
Great
point.
point.
Like Sancho was brought in and Varane was brought in, and it was a fantastic window for Man United. And then the Ronaldo thing came out of nowhere a week to go before the transfer window, and it ruined it. It took Ronaldo coming in has basically taken minutes from Greenwood, taken minutes from Rashford, taken minutes from Cavani, taken minutes from Sancho. Like, how are you supposed to give Sancho a run of games when Ronaldo was basically going in and picking himself?
I've said this. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So,
well, we had to buy him. He was going to Manchester City.
Yeah, when he was linked.
He was never going to Manchester City.
I don't even think it was that, to be honest with you. I think it was more of a marketing decision, and it was a no-brainer for the Glazers.
Brush, sorry, before you continue, Luca, if you are available, click the link. Come talk Arsenal for a bit.
Yeah, keep hyping
hyping the Arsenal team. They suck. They still suck, and they will.
Mate, I'm telling you that right now. There will be a lot of flip flopping. in the upcoming weeks, there's going to be a lot of flip flopping with Arteta because I'm seeing people that was Arteta out last season. Now that Arteta in, but you know what? So far from Arsenal, what I have to say, they're doing good. But we'll move on to Arsenal whenever we do. But yeah, more comment. Since Fergie left these, I said this in the summer transfer window when we bought Sancho and Varane. I wanted to see again after those two when we signed them, but obviously the Glazers got scared when he was linked to C, so we had to sign Ronaldo.
Could you imagine 5-year-old kids wearing a Ronaldo shirt in Manchester
Well,
City?
mate, every day I've seen they're going to the mega store every day, mate. So yeah.
The first day that the number 7 was announced, they sold 32 million worth just in the UK alone.
More than doubled Messi's record from earlier.
So, you know, that these are the kind of things they were looking at when they looked at that Ronaldo deal. They just thought, you know, this is a quick fire way to cover any and all COVID losses.
And
Yeah,
Cavani,
but that's all well and good. That's all well and good. But it's also, I genuinely do think it was to their detriment. I think they're going to finish.
Yeah, but this is the thing, Matt. Our club don't care about on field, innit? They look at everything else.
Yeah, but it would, like, I think people that, like, you know, that argument that was going on there a couple of months ago, saying like Ronaldo is bringing the team down and stuff like that. Like, United at the end of last season were great to watch. They were like free flowing, attacking, counter attacking football, scoring fantastic goals. Cavani was flying, like Rashford, Greenwood, all the boys were flying. Then he's brought Sancho into the mix as well, and I was like, this is going to be a big year for Man United. And I think Ronaldo's goals kind of just masked what was actually going wrong. Like Ronaldo scoring 2 goals in a 2-2 draw doesn't mean Ronaldo's playing fantastic football. And where would United be because Ronaldo's scoring 2 goals? But
you need to understand what Ronaldo is at 36. So, you know, these are things that usually you would think about before signing a player like that.
Yeah, but they made their money back in the first day, so
yeah.
It was the same situation with Cavani.
Interesting point here from David Lee, also a United fan. United should never have got Ronaldo back. Fact.
I mean, it's true, but now that we have him in the team, that doesn't mean he's the only problem. He is a problem, but he is one of the smaller problems on the club. I mean, Luke Shaw and the Fridge returned from the Euros final totally inequipped for us in the team. Sancho hasn't been firing. Rashford was injured, came back, and he's been shit all the way through. So Ronaldo isn't the only problem. The other problem, I see people saying McTominay is an awful player. No, McTominay is a very good player. Problem is, him and Fred don't connect well in the side. Individually, they both have very, very good talents. They don't connect together. Where do we find that balance in the team that Ralph has been talking about? Right there. I'm telling you, Ralph, it's right there. Just don't start these 2 bozos together anymore because they suck together. And then I think Ronaldo and Cavani up front more often can be better for the team. But then that would take away minutes from Greenwood, Sancho. That's the problems that we have to club. Not only Ronaldo playing.
Declan Rice fixes United's problems.
150 million quid to West Ham. No, thank you.
Yeah, you paid 90 million to Leicester for a fridge, so we might as well go.
But in all fairness, Leicester haven't been challenging us for the top 4 right now. But West Ham will definitely challenge us when we give them 150 million quid.
Matt, quick question.
Yeah.
Who has the better owners? Everton or United?
Everton.
I'd say
obvious one.
I think United probably have better owners. Now United will probably say that they don't, but obviously, like Everton's owner Farhad Mashiri, he hasn't a clue about football. Like he'll literally go out and try and sign Jose Mourinho now tomorrow, just because it's Jose Mourinho. Nothing got to do with football. Nothing got to do with. He won't look at Everton's squad and say what manager can fix this mess. He'll look at this and go, "Oh, Jose's a good manager. He'll come in and fix this, and I'll just throw 20 million at him." Like, it's not going to work like that. In terms of who has better owners, you'd have to say Manchester United have better owners. Now, in terms of what they're doing for their clubs, who knows? But then again, Farhad Mashiri's building us a new stadium, so you have to give him props for that as well. So I do think, and I think the common consensus around Everton fans at the moment is the second that Farhad Mashiri has that stadium built, he's going to try and sell the club. he's going to try and double his money and leave. So when that stadium is built, Farhad Mashay might sell the club, and hopefully somebody comes in with a bit of a football brain and tries to help us sort out this mess. And hopefully we're still in the Premier League in 3 years' time.
I disagree, David Lee. Basuma isn't better than Rice.
Who said that?
He probably means in terms of the price. Basuma's only got 18 months left on his contract.
But he isn't a CDM. He's a CM. We would just be bringing in another Fred and McTominay. We need a player that can play deep, not.
Basuma's way better than Fred and McTominay.
But yes, but still the same problem. He isn't the player that we need. We need a player that's more in front of the centre backs than behind us attacking midfield.
You need to just get Declan Rice in. I'll keep saying this. Say 150 million or whatever like that. You literally spent 80 million on Maguire and 70 odd million on Sancho. You need to just get Declan Rice in, and if it's 130, 140 million, what age is he? 22? You're going to have a player there for 8-9 years.
Frankie
Spend
De
the
Jong.
money on him.
Frankie De Jong.
De Jong's not a CDM, but I'll still take him.
Cool. Nikki, I haven't spoken to you
Rich.
since our draw on Friday night.
Yeah,
What
that
was
celebration from you, Nate, and from you and the lads. That was something.
See. What's your thoughts on the game?
My thoughts on the game were, well, fortunately, I was actually there. I actually got a ticket. And I actually managed to get down to.
You kept that quiet.
I did keep that quiet because it was a last minute thing. So yeah, I was there, and as soon as Gallagher scores, I lose my voice. I am screaming, and then obviously it didn't have the desired end. But well, a point is a point is a point. I'll take a point any day of the week. But yeah, so. Hey, Graham Potter's never beaten us.
Great point. And I think that was kind of like when we had the reaction yesterday, like considering how the game went, we stole a point.
Oh god, yeah.
But then being ahead and conceding in the manner we conceded was a little bit disappointing. But
definitely, always is.
We absolutely stole a point there because we didn't deserve a thing.
Oh yeah, but what I just do love is Conor Gallagher showing his class yet again, and it shows why Tuchel will be so lucky to have him in his team next season.
Yeah.
Do you think Tuchel was even going to be there next season?
Ooh.
I mean, he wins a trophy at the end of February. Yes.
He'll probably win the Carabao Cup. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, he wins a trophy at the end of the season. So to be honest, yeah, if he can finish second, yeah, he'll be there next season. It just creates a huge selection issue in Chelsea's midfield because you have so many players in that midfield now as central midfielders that it's crazy. You've got Kovacic, Jorginho, Gallagher, Gilmore, Kante. God knows who else. So Loftus-Cheek, who I want to come back to Palace. To be honest, if we lose Gallagher, go get another player that knows how to play the Palace way, and it's Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So yeah,
absolutely. Big up, Nate. It says here United have spent money in the wrong position for way too long, and this is why they've been in problem for years.
Facts.
Big up Tristan. We're gonna get thrashed by Liverpool. You know what?
No, we're not.
I'm quietly optimistic, and I don't know why.
So am I. I'm oddly optimistic as well. I don't understand this.
I don't understand why.
Listen, people thought this when you guys played Man City, and look what happened there.
Yeah.
This is it. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. 2 points taken from their last 2 home games against Palace.
He's talking about Brighton.
The seaweeds. If we were winning things, I'd get it. but we've been dusty for nearly a decade now. It's actually a long time now. Potter ball is a myth. Good question. Everyone of us, we can all answer this. Who goes first, Tuchel or Lukaku?
Lukaku,
True call.
straight in.
I think Tuchel as well.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
funny
I
when-
think
it's
Tuchel
gonna-
before Lukaku.
It's gonna be funny when Tuchel takes the Inter Milan job. And then
Do you know what? There's a person in the chat. There's a person in the chat who could certainly chime in on that one if Nate's still around, because he's an Inter fan as well. So
I call him Tuchel. I call him Tommy Tapping. So, who would you say United's worst manager?
To be fair, Oris, you are in no position to be bantering anyone's gaffer.
I know, but when it comes to Thomas Tuchel, I call him Tommy Tapping.
Fair enough.
Answering that question,
David Lee, good night, mate. Take it easy. And
I'll
yeah,
say David Moyes. Yeah, David Moyes.
No. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. 500 million.
So you'd say he's worse than David Moyes?
Yes. David Moyes was able to bring in what was his name? Fellaini and then Mata and nobody else, and still finish 7th. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was able to bring in 500 million plus pounds in players and never won anything. Nothing. 0. David Moyes won the trophy.
You can quote the price all you like, but it depends who you're bringing in. You've got 130 million of that invested in Maguire and Wan-Bissaka.
But still, they're an upgrade on what we had before. Maguire is an upgrade on what we had before.
It's not saying much.
But it's still
You
an
also
upgrade.
have to take into account that all the teams around Manchester United are also improving. Like Liverpool have improved in the last 10 years. Man City have obviously improved in the last 10 years. Chelsea were very good. They went off the boil. They've improved again. Then you have Leicester coming in. They won the league. West Ham are coming into the mix now. Arsenal, Spurs.
The key thing is, with all of those clubs that have improved, the structure has been so much better than ours. It's not just a case of throwing money at it.
That is the best comment ever.
oh, that's diabolical.
Primes, man.
Somebody quote that. That's going on a tombstone.
Oh man,
See, the thing about
it's going in the best bits.
Sorry, man.
Oh man. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game at Phillips Park.
I don't understand why you guys are optimistic. Your three forwards suck together against Brighton. You still
Well, that's Palace.
Crystal Palace, Liverpool.
exactly against Liverpool.
Palace Liverpool is going to be an interesting game. I'm definitely going to tune into that.
We actually do better in the games we're not supposed to win.
Palace
That's
always
why
seem to do well against Liverpool. I think Liverpool's bogey team is Crystal Palace.
What's your record lately with Liverpool? Has it been good?
It's not been good. No, it's not been good. But we've given a good. Well, you know, it's difficult to say because under Hodgson, we didn't go to win any games. We lost to Liverpool 3-0 at Anfield, but it wasn't a 3-0 game. Had we taken the chances we created and got the penalty we deserved,
But this
it could
time,
have been a different game. But football's a game of if, buts, and maybes. You know what I mean? So
Palace stopped Liverpool winning the league a few years ago, didn't they?
Saying sorry?
Palace stopped Liverpool winning the league a few years ago.
Oh yes,
We
absolutely.
did indeed. That draw, that magical draw.
Straight through.
Amazing.
Yeah, so with obviously Salah and Mane missing,
Still won 3-0 today.
I think you guys got a good chance because that Palace, good chance.
yeah, but there's Liverpool at Anfield, and there's Liverpool away from home, and that's what I'm hoping to. That's why I said a small little bit of optimism.
Is
Just
what
need
time-
It just
what time is
depends.
the
Need
game-
Gallagher to turn up. Need Gallagher to turn up.
What time is the game at, Rich? Palace, is it
2
at?
o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Yeah.
See, like
It just
Selhurst Park
depends.
under the lights. You need to have it under
Yeah,
the
there
lights.
we go.
that's
And then
what
we got West Ham on Saturday. That's going to be great.
It just depends on whether Jurgen Klopp is going to ask the Premier League to postpone yet another game due to COVID.
You know what?
Um,
That's a great shout because Liverpool got Arsenal on Thursday. and he'll probably use another excuse.
That's a good point. He'll probably get that game called off.
Exactly. That's a good.
I'll take a weekend off.
Yeah.
I don't need the stress in my heart working on Sunday. I'll be working at that time. I don't want that stress in my heart.
Don't worry, Vieira masterclass.
Chelsea fans telling me Lukaku changed. He still tackles himself.
Somebody stop this man. Somebody stop him, please.
Why does
Oh,
Luke
man.
look like a ghost?
I'm surprised Crystal Palace has been quiet in this transfer window.
They were amazing in the summer. They don't need anything.
It's not even February, and the best bits is really longer than Hamza's list. Hamza's hit list. Hamza needs to
Palace are
tear
doing
that list
fine.
up.
Palace are doing fine. Like Palace will be fine this year. Grant.
What's going on with your goalkeeper situation? Because I'm seeing Jack Butland starting games now. I don't know what's going on there.
That's a difficult one.
I was just Guaita had a fractured finger, and it's just I think it's just Vieira just like okay, Jack probably needs another chance in goal after the Millwall mare that he had,
Yeah, I was
and
watching.
he pulled a man of the match performance out down south, and it was like the Palace fans were screaming Jack Butland's name, as opposed to we were screaming for his head at Millwall. This time he really did recover, and I think if he doesn't play another game this season, that's the way he wants to finish, and it's the way he deserves to finish because he has stepped up, and it shows that he does still have his Premier League experience. So yeah, but Guaita should be in goal for Liverpool. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't want no silly mistakes. I'd rather take no communication over silly mistakes.
Matt, would you take Jose?
No. I just think he'll come in. We'll have to pay Roma compensation to get him in, and he'll want 9-10 million a year.
What about Nuno?
No.
Semen's joined in as well.
See, the problem that Everton have, and I could say, oh yeah, I could say like take like Rooney, you could take anybody. The only available option at the moment is Lampard. Like
Steve Bruce.
No, don't.
Who would you want, Matt? Who would you want?
In an ideal world, I actually genuinely think Graham Potter is probably the best option for Everton as the Everton team are now. The problem is that we have to pay serious compensation to get him out of Brighton. We've had to pay probably 7 or 8 million to sack Rafa Benitez, so we're gonna have to. The only people who we can really approach are people who aren't working at the moment, and that's Lampard. There's talk of Gallardo as well.
Roy Hodgson's looking for a job.
No. I've been really depressed over the last 2 or 3 weeks about the whole Everton situation, and people showing like Roy Hodgson and Steve Bruce. I'm not even laughing at them anymore. I'm just like no. I'm too depressed
What
about
about
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is available. That's what I can say.
No.
Okay, Matt, I tell you what, when you've seen your club go through administration, come back to us. You've had it good. Don't try and hit us with depressed, mate. Come on, it's not been that bad. Like, we know real pain. Administration.
5 points in September. It has been that bad.
Bro, he's had to watch Solomon Rondon up front. It's bad.
Whoa.
That's bad.
1 goal in 15 appearances for Solomon Rondon. I don't even.
And of course, it was against
And
Palace.
it was against
Why isn't it a
us.
shot?
Blue screamer as well, wasn't it?
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
but then Conor Gallagher decided to take his thunder and go, whoop! Good night. That's all she wrote.
100%.
Do you think he'll leave at the end of the summer? Solomon Rondon will probably leave, right?
Nah, he's gonna go. Like I think the problem that Everton have now as well, just to be serious for a second, is that Rafa came in for what 5 months. He brought in Townsend and Gray, which is great. They've been great for us so far. He brought in Rondon as a backup for DCL. He didn't think Dominic Calvert-Lewin was going to get injured for 4 months, but he did. So Rondon's been forced to play probably 10 more games than he's supposed to. I feel a bit sorry for Rondon, but he's just not good enough for us anymore. So, but the problem we have now is that we've just bought a new left back, we've just bought a new right back. The new manager that comes in, is he going to like the new right back? Is he going to like the new left back? He definitely isn't going to be playing Rondon. He's definitely not going to be playing Rondon. I think Townsend and Gray will be fine because they've already proven that they're fine. But like, this is the problem with Everton. We let managers come in, we let managers spend 30, 40, 50, 60 million and then sack them 3 months later. And we have a manager coming in with different parts of DNA all the time. Like Sam Allardyce managed our club and he spent 50 million in the January transfer window on Walcott and Cenk Tosun.
Sam Allardyce, oh God.
He's still in your club's papers too, Cenk Tosun, but he doesn't play, does he?
No, he's I think he's on like 70 grand a week and he's keeps saying I want to stay and fight for my place.
Who's that?
And Cenk Tosun.
Tosun, big money signing as well. You spent what, like 27 million or something?
27 million on him, yeah. And he's like, in fairness, when we first got him, he was doing well. He actually scored a couple of goals against Crystal Palace, I think, when we beat us down there. I think we went 1-0 up, and I think Pickford saved the penalty, and Tosun scored 2 goals, I think, in one of the games. But he just hasn't kicked on. We're spending way too much money on these type of players. Like, I like the Patterson deal, I like the Michaelenko deal because they're young. We're going to get 7, 8, 9 years out of them. We're spending 27 million on a 27-year-old striker from Turkey, like. Spending 20 million on Walcott, who was finished at Arsenal. Spending 27 million on Iwobi.
The Iwobi deal baffled me. I'm not going to lie to you.
That was a terrible deal.
What about
The only good deal was Demari Gray, in my opinion.
your new forward from Aston Villa?
El Ghazi. Like, I feel sorry for him now. Like, he was part of the negotiations for the Luka Dean deal. So apparently that was part of the negotiations. Villa probably said you could have Anuel El Ghazi on loan, and Rafa Benitez was like, okay. So now El Ghazi's come in because of Benitez kicking Luka Dean out, and now Rafa Benitez is gone. El Ghazi's at a new club, and Luka Dean's gone. It's an absolute mess. It's just a mess. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I think we just need to get a manager. Do you know what? Actually, never mind the manager. We need to get a director of football in who can advise the board what to do over the next. I think the director of football first. Let Duncan Ferguson take the team for the next 3 or 4 weeks, and then get a director of football in who can actually advise the board on which manager to bring in. Because if you leave it to Mashiri, he's just going to be like, "Oh, let's go get Jose. Let's go get Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because he managed at Manchester United." No, that's not what you do. You need to get somebody in who knows football, who knows exactly, and advise the board. That's what we need to do first. I think that's the most important thing.
Do you think you can get relegated this season?
I think Everton, quality-wise, now, to be fair, the game against Norwich was the first time we actually had a fully fit squad since the game against Brighton, the third game of the season. Since the third game, like, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's back, Yerry Mina's back, Richarlison's back now, Townsend had a broken foot, he came back last week, he's back now as well. All the players are back, bar Tom Davies. So any manager that comes in now doesn't really have any complaints. I think Everton as a squad now at the moment are better than the likes of Newcastle, Burnley, Norwich, Watford. They have a better squad. It's just about performing. And I think we need to start stepping away from players like James Rodriguez deals, all this kind of stuff, bringing in mercenaries on 150 grand a week. No player at Everton Football Club should be on more than 100 grand a week. Not one player, because we haven't finished inside Europe in how many years? So why are players at Everton Football Club on 120 grand a week? It baffles me. But we're just going to have, somebody needs to come in and start. We thought we had that in Marcel Brands, but Rafa Benitez got him kicked out of the club 2 months ago as well. So we're just in an absolute mess now. We literally have nobody at the club bar the owner and Bill Kenroy. There's no manager, there's no director of football, there's no recruitment team because the 2 head of recruitment's left as well. It's a shit show.
Yeah, the recruitment team, I heard, was just basically Rafa Benitez doing whatever he wants at this point, last 2 months.
But that was like 2 months ago, Marcel Brands, and Everton had a recruitment team who were basically going to the likes of Germany and Belgium and all that kind of stuff. and he basically that recruitment team said we're bringing players to Rafa Benitez, and he's just knocking them out. He's like, no, I don't want them. So they left as well. So Marcel Brands, Lucas Dean, the two head of recruitments, all gone, and then Rafa gets sacked anyway. So where are we now? Nightmare.
Coming from Santiago, says Everton is gonna sign Donny. Unfortunately, they will also get Oli, and he'll continue warming the bench. You know what? To finish up the show, let's do this. Let's go round. Do one in, one out. So think of one player you'd like to come in, one player who you want to leave your club, and finish off the same way you think your club will finish at the end of the season. Manchester Mania, we'll start with you.
I don't like to go first, please.
Go on, then, the rest.
Players in Zakaria or I'm going to do Haidara. Players out. Lingard, Dean Henderson, and Phil Jones, and fourth.
Okay, let me repeat myself. One in, one out.
One in. One in, Zakaria. One out, Lingard.
Do you want to keep Phil Jones over Lingard? Okay.
Here's what it is.
Right, Manchester Mania, you're no longer first.
Okay, great. Well, one player in, I would like to go for Frankie De Jong as a dream one, but the reality one player in, just like Oris said, one of the German DMs. The one player out, I would also say Lingard. Sure, because maybe we should get a fee for him.
You said was that fourth place?
No, third. I think Chelsea will continue the downfall.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Cool. Interesting. I mean, Rich, you can maybe clip this up, maybe, but
Brash.
Frank Kessie in and Lingard out.
Kiss it ain't a CD.
Where do you finish?
Correct.
Where do we finish? At the moment, somewhere between 5th and 7th.
Oh my.
So 6th.
The Europa League anthem ever against me. No.
Do you think Ronaldo will finish in the Europa League spots? Just think about it.
If we finish outside,
Listen, it's a team game. One man ain't gonna lead us nowhere.
Yeah. Ronaldo will finish 4th and United will finish 5th.
you focus on getting a new manager.
Well done, Matt. Well in.
Matt.
Lingard in. We'll take him off your hands. I think he'd be very good at Everton. We're struggling for our number 10 at the moment, so I think he'd actually.
Yeah.
But all joking aside, like Everton needs loads of players.
He offers goals as well, Matt.
But that's what I'm saying. So and Everton, obviously, since Gylfi Sigurdsson has, for reasons left the club.
Guilty, not guilty.
Gylfi until proven innocent. But until since he left the club, we've lacked that kind of creative number 10 who's getting assists and like 7 or 8 goals. I think Lingard could do that for Everton. So Lingard,
especially based on what he did at West Ham last year.
Yeah, I think he needs to be given that kind of free number 10 role and stuff like that. So, and then in terms of just getting rid, I think Rondon as well obviously has to go. But in terms of money and stuff like that, I know it's going to sound mad, but I'm sick of Yerry Mina not being available to play, and he's on 120 grand a week. So, he's played more games for Colombia this year than he has Everton. So, just get rid of him.
Yeah, and so wage structure, man. Your wage structure is absolutely.
It's screwed.
All right, Nicky.
Yeah, hello. Sorry, I was just making myself a cup of tea.
Nate.
Tea bag out, milk in.
What's up,
Cheers to you, lads.
Everton. I think Everton will finish. I think Everton will finish a very weak 14th.
I hope you guys get relegated. That's what I'm saying.
All right, Oris, what's your beef with Everton? Like, you've been sending
We haven't
all
beaten them this
street.
season. That's why. This Ole guy has didn't beat Everton this season.
What, since Townsend sued at your ground, you're peed off?
Mate, why did you have to do that?
Boy, these United men are
Mate,
stressed.
one
Holy
player-
shit, yo.
I'm stressed, mate.
One player in, one player out, and where will we finish?
Oh, that's what we're doing.
One player in. Oh shit. If we could pull it off, Conor Gallagher on a permanent. It won't happen, but that would be the one in. One out, Luka Milivojevic. Give him to Burnley free of charge because he's a Burnley type player with their Mordor football. I want him gone. I've had enough with Milivojevic.
I mean, that's a bit too harsh.
I've had enough of that guy.
That's fair.
Where do we finish?
I've got.
I'd love to say top 10, but I don't think it's possible. I'd say where we are right now, either 11th or 12th.
Cool. Vicky,
Top 10.
one in, one out. Where do we finish?
1 in, 1 out. I'm not gonna lie, he's a club legend, and he can stay that way. He's undefeated against them down south. Joel Ward out. Thank you and goodbye. Thanks for all the memories. And before Chelsea get him, Kazawa, because Chelsea are interested in bringing him in on loan. And no, please no.
We do need cover at left back. Where do we finish?
Where do we finish? I'm going to say 11th.
That's a strong season for Palace. In fairness, that's a strong season for Palace.
Yeah.
Somebody come.
One out, Luca, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
The one in I would definitely love on loan, Donny van der Beek. He's looking for a club that plays good football. Just saying.
Big club.
We
not
play
small.
good football, yeah.
He's a big club.
Scored his first goal against Crystal Palace as well.
Hold on, you can't call yourself a big club anymore.
Hang
Stop.
on. As well, big club. We're the biggest club in South London. That counts for something.
Not to mention, I'm not being funny, but what? Hold on. What big club holds corner away at Watford 4-1? Elton John pistol whipped your football club. Don't chat about big club, mate. Hold on.
And 5-2 against Everton as well. So isn't
Oh,
Watford?
Watford have done everyone except us three.
Yeah, they were scared.
I have a question for you guys. The 3 teams getting relegated.
Yeah, we said we were going to come back to that. Let's end.
Oh yeah, we did, yeah.
Okay.
All right, since Manchester Mania won't go first, Brush.
Norwich are definitely going down. Joining them.
Not anymore.
You don't know.
Yeah, Everton are giving it 3
They
points.
are, but they're giving it a good fight, though.
Yeah, but the quality just isn't there for me. And they tend to stay within their budget as well. They don't really go out and try and get Premier League quality players.
They don't have the money, basically.
Yeah, and I can't really fault them, because the way they're set up, they're just happy to come into the league, get that Premier League money, go back down, and then try again.
Basically, Fulham then.
So, yeah, they're definitely going down for me. Burnley, we keep saying Burnley are going down, but Sean Dyche always finds a way, So, I'm not sure about them. Newcastle, everyone's tipping them to stay up, I think, just because of the money they got. That's a big job as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they went down.
Big 2 weeks for them in the transfer window. Big 2 weeks.
And I see that they're making chess moves as well with that Chris Wood signing, trying to weaken Burnley.
That was a good sign.
Who's your freedom, Rush?
So Norwich, Newcastle, and then it's a toss-up between Watford and Burnley. I can't call it. It's too close.
Okay.
Defensively, Watford are woeful, but they've got 1 or 2 individuals who I think are brilliant. Emmanuel Dennis is such a great player. They're going to find it hard to hold on to him at the end of the season.
If Man United were as defensive as Orest, they would have held on to it.
Vibes, man. You are on it tonight.
Bro,
Violation.
That's a man of the match performance right there.
isn't it? He got that hat trick.
Manchester United, who are your three?
Realistically speaking, there's 6 teams that can go down: Leeds, Everton, Watford, Norwich, Newcastle, and Burnley. But I think as Brush said, Burnley will still survive because they still have 4 games in hand on teams above them. Remember, they've only played 17 games, while most of the other teams have played 21. So I think Everton will bounce back, probably finish 12th, 13th by the end of the season, and maybe Watford, Norwich, and Newcastle will get relegated.
Yeah. Rich, if anybody on this stream says Everton are getting relegated, I'm never coming on this show again.
Everton will get relegated.
Everyone say Everton's going down.
Do we have a binding? Do we have a gentleman's handshake on that?
I can't
You
see it.
probably won't allow Championship fans on the show, do you? So
No, I have. A few Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
fans
we've
have
had
been
we've had Forest, Doncaster, all
Doncaster,
kinds of
yeah.
fans.
there. Yeah.
also, I'll still be allowed on next year. Like, we're looking at
Oh, absolutely.
You ain't
Forest
getting
is right.
relegated, Matt. Don't start that melodramatic shit. Come on now.
Everton are not
It all
going
depends. I think it all depends. It's a big 2 weeks for Everton in the transfer window, and also to get a manager in. It's gonna be interesting. It is.
Matt, I think the best thing for you guys, mate, would be to just bring in Duncan Ferguson until the end of the season.
Yeah, big dunk.
I think they're really pushing for Martinez, but I think Martinez won't go
I don't think he'll go.
because the World Cup in December next year. So
Yeah, see, in the short term, though, I think Duncan makes a lot of sense because obviously he knows the club inside out. He's done the job before as well, and he's gotten a tune out of the players.
yeah, but see, there's only so much of that. Like, he got to tune out the players for 2 or 3 games, and then I don't know. I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna bring Duncan in until somebody comes up. If somebody like Frank Lampard comes knocking on the door and says, "I want the job," then I think they're gonna have to give it to him. Like, I think it's gonna be one of those. But my three to go down would be Norwich. I think it's time for Burnley to go down, especially after selling their striker to Newcastle. I think it's just time for them to go down. So Norwich, Burnley, and it's going to be a toss-up between Watford and Newcastle for the 18th spot.
Orest, who are you three?
Burnley, Norwich, and Everton.
Love that. Nicky?
He's a man of it. He's a fan of his word. My 3, Rich, are Newcastle, Norwich, and Watford because, like what was said, Burnley have got 4 games in hand over Norwich City, which win all those, and well, you sit in Napoli all the way up in the 20s.
But listen, those games, because they were called off due to COVID, are going to be played like in the space of 7 days.
Yeah, it's going to be stupid.
It's going to be very tough for them to win all those games. Like,
it's going to be very, very tough for them. But I think Burnley will scrape it out just in 17th. I think Watford, I can't stand them. I want them gone. That's just out of personal preference for me. I just detest the very existence of that club. So yeah, Watford, Norwich, and Newcastle, please.
Sack their manager every 8 weeks. FC. That's what they do.
Brentford is going to catch up to them quick because Ivan Toney alone cannot save them. Let's be truthful. Norwich, because let's be honest, this is what they do. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. There's not much else to Norwich City Football Club. I feel for their fans because if you're going to go up, make an effort. If not, you're better off staying in the Championship because you don't want to be too good for the Championship. Sorry, but too shit for the Prem. So either way, they're in between a rock and a hard place.
But West Brom used to do that back in the day as well.
Yeah, and their fans weren't having it because it's bullshit. Like, if you're going to go up to the Prem, you want to stay there, sustain yourself as a Premier League club and become a Premier League club. Bear in mind, they won't be playing Ipswich anytime soon unless Ipswich rather get promoted. And I don't know where Ipswich are in League One at the moment. So do you know what I'm saying? They don't really have any, for want of a better word, like exciting fixtures. Like, let's be honest, nobody wants to play Middlesbrough away on a Baltic cold Tuesday night. Nobody wants to do that fixture. Don't matter who you are. But yeah, Brentford, Norwich, and Watford. I think Newcastle will only just about stay up because they've got some individuals like San Maximan. They've got, when he feels like it, what's that guy's name? Don Joe Shelby. Occasionally he turns up for Newcastle in a big game, albeit it's every 1 in 10. So I think Newcastle will just about cling on. But yeah, for the sake of Watford going down, I want Watford gone because, like Nicky said, yeah, me and Watford don't get on. So if they drop into the Championship and Luton come up, that would just be the most funniest shit ever.
I have a question for you, Nate. Do you know how many points off the drop Brentford are right now? 10 points off the drop. Do you think they're going to finish in the bottom 3?
Considering the quality of their squad, it's very possible.
But ahead of Leeds and Watford, Burnley, Newcastle, when they're 10 points above the drop.
10 points now in January can change very quickly come April and May. Bear in mind,
Everton only have 5 points in the last 4 months, so...
No, I understand that, Matt, but what I'm trying to say is that a lot of the teams he's just mentioned have got better players than Brentford. As I said, Ivan Toney alone cannot save them.
I think Brentford had that new team bounce early on in the season, getting them wins early on, getting the points on the board earlier on.
And now there's no petrol in the tank there.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Brentford. I think a lot of people expected them to go down, and so they just went out and started playing with absolutely no fear.
So Sheffield
They did a
United.
Sheffield.
Yeah, Sheffield United.
Yeah, they did a Sheffield United.
Losing their goalkeeper was big for them.
But they did bring in a new one. I think they brought in one from Shakhtar Donetsk, I believe, on loan.
With Bill Cartwright. I think he means Bill Kenwright.
Yeah. Rooney wants to stay. Rooney wants to stay at Derby to get that job done. To keep them in the Championship. He'll be a legend.
I think it will be Lampard. Lampard will probably take the job. I'm not going to lie. If it's offered to him, Lampard will probably take it. Just because it's there. It's another Premier League job. Anybody else, you'd have to pay compensation if they're already in a job. Potter has said he's happy where he is. Rooney has said he's happy where he is, but obviously Rooney is different because Everton is it's Everton. It is. We all will forever remember that one goal he scored against Arsenal all those years ago, and it was just like, welcome to the Premier League. I can't wait to see him in the Premier League as a manager, and if he takes Everton soon, power to him. I can't wait to see that.
I think the only way Rooney would work at Everton at the moment is if he was side by side with Duncan Ferguson. I think that wouldn't be too bad of a deal. But you say Rooney's happy at Derby. Yeah, he's happy with the things on the field, but off the field, it's an absolute nightmare at the moment. So,
oh god, yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Everton came in and offered Derby compensation, Derby will let him go for the money.
Yeah, well, they're not in a position to turn it down because administration, as Rich and Nicky know, you literally, if your best players are offered big money, and it's bear in mind, we sold Victor Moses at the time for £2 million. He was valued at, I think it was something like 10 to 12. And you're thinking, okay, that $2 million doesn't in any way near match his value for us, but it saved the club from going bust. The Derby can't even remotely refuse any compensation for any manager or player. So
absolutely,
you could get a steal on him because Derby's situation is so perilous. You're like, listen, if money comes in, you can't turn it down because it could literally keep people in jobs. And that's how bad the situation is over there. And obviously we hope they get out of it because I don't wish administration on any team.
Yeah.
No. Our point is that Derby also are making a deal with the devil. Well, the football devil that is in that.
Yeah.
And that would be disastrous for any football team.
No, I wouldn't wish him on any football club. Well, maybe Millwall. I wouldn't mind him if he took over at Millwall. That'd be funny.
Anyway,
What
my
about
three to go down are Norwich, even though they seem like they've found a bit of form. Norwich, Burnley, Watford.
Safe bet.
Everton will be fine. Everton will be fine. Right, well, let's wrap up. Get amped. Let's wrap up this weekend's Get Amped. We'll be back next weekend.
And hopefully United.
I think Matt,
every time
Matt,
I've been in this fan calling, my team has always been shit. So hopefully we win. So, yeah.
no, I was
And
just about to say.
you in Charles, so fair play to you.
I was just about to say with Matt's lights off, it looked like, oh blimey, Rafa going really has turned the lights off at Goodison Park.
Just to finish off, let's just say where people could find you, whether it's like Twitter, if you've got your own channel, etc., etc. Guys, if there is anyone that has a channel on there, go subscribe to their channel, support them or their Twitch, whatever it may be. And big up to you for coming on, big up for everyone in the comments too. So, because Manchester Mania doesn't like going first, we'll start with Nikki.
You can find me at Saint of Selhurst on blimey, I'm on the big screen. Jesus Christ. You can find me at Saint of Selhurst on Twitter and at Saint of Selhurst Twitch. On Twitch, obviously, where I'm trying to get to 50 followers on Twitch. So please, I need the followers. Thanks.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
Get over and follow this.
Fuck off. You dickhead, Nathan. Fuck's sake, I'm gonna get rid of the blue hair. I really am.
I told you this shit would happen, bro. You know what I'm like.
Fuck.
Oh man. Manchester Mania, where can people find you?
Manchester Mania on YouTube. I
Lovely.
can't post right now because I'm dodging copyright strikes. So once I can post again, I'll start posting. But please subscribe.
Yeah, let's do that. And let us know when you're back. Let us know. Matt.
I'm on Twitter at Smithy2, SMYTHY, and the number 2. And I do the odd appearance on the weekly Armchair Sports Talk on YouTube. Keane Franey looks after that channel, so I host a couple of shows on that as well. So you can go over and subscribe there and give us a follow on Twitter. And I like to rattle a few Everton fans on that as well. So over and give us a follow.
Make sure you do that. Orest.
Don't follow Orest because he told him that Everton are going to get relegated.
Technical director.
Jerry.
Alright, I don't even follow you yet. Yeah, getting blocked already. I don't even follow you yet.
Hold on a sec.
Come to
Orest,
me, mate.
1 second, Orest. Hold on. I have to do this. I know I want
Is
to
this
say.
the new Hamza versus Steve?
What's going on? Oh my days.
He's getting rid of everyone just to have me and Orest on the screen together. Don't
Listen,
follow
I've got
Orest.
no agenda with Everton, but it's just the fact you don't have a technical director, which for me that's just.
We did have one, but we sacked him.
There you go. But yeah, Everton are getting relegated, mate. That's.
So where can we find you on YouTube and Twitter?
Football space fan space show is on the bottom left. My name. I'm almost at 200 subs. Make sure you guys subscribe. And yeah.
I'm going to subscribe and then I'm going to unsubscribe.
Yeah, cool. You do that.
We are in no position to talk about people's technical directors, seeing as R1 wears tracking
John Murtaugh's at the wheel. Don't worry. Anyways.
and likes to chew gum on the sidelines.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at Brushy87 on Twitch and just about on YouTube. You can probably find me here.
Cool. Nice.
And Twitter.
Yeah.
Brush.
Yo.
And Twitter.
Yeah, there too.
I love how Rich, you properly had the teacher voice on there. Don't forget Twitter now. Come on. I know that tone of voice. I've used that tone of voice in class before. Don't follow this man. He's annoying.
Yeah.
I've suffered with you for enough time, bro. Don't watch it.
Nate, 1 second. Yes, I'll send me for that. What do you mean don't follow him?
Millhouse got put in a spliff.
Nate's part of the team. What do you mean?
And I'm the one that brought him on the show.
Can you imagine?
I brought him onto this shit. So
I Nate, yeah. Exactly.
No,
don't worry about it.
Get it right.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yes, Nate.
Eagle-eyed Nate, you know what it is already. You can find me on Twitter, find me on here, Instagram, all of that. And you can find me co-hosting the Talking Ish show, which will be coming out very shortly. We'll be doing another Talking Ish or Talking Transfers rather during the week before the Liverpool preview. So stay tuned to Eagle-eyed Football.
I can't wait for that. Honest to God.
Wicked.
Highlight of the week, that is. Honestly, that show is bloody brilliant.
I swear to God, if United don't win next week, I'm gonna have a seizure. Honestly.
I'm not gonna lie, Talking Ish is one of my favorite shows.
It is. We're gonna get more of them out. Actually, definitely get more of them out because there's just so much content with that. So much to talk about.
Yeah, especially we got
especially when AFCON's done 100%. Oh man, I'm tired. The amount of games. But yeah, big up guys. Like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. Continue to support the channel. I really appreciate the support. And yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm tired.
Everton will get relegated. Yeah, Everton will get relegated. Yeah.
Richard, don't mind him. Richard, fair play to you over the last few weeks. You're absolutely smashing it. And shows you've been doing with the rest of the boys. I was tuning in while I was working there during a couple of the games. And doing really well. I'm delighted for you. And keep up the good work, buddy.
Well, I appreciate that. Really appreciate that.
Big up yourself, Matt. Big up yourself.
Big up. And Oris, behave yourself, man. God.
Just watch Everton smoke, put Man United in a spliff, and this man's gonna go missing, bro.
If that ever happens, we got to set up we got to set that up.
Man United, Everton preview.
Matt versus Orist is the new Hamza versus Steve.
It literally.
You heard it here first.
You need to get Oris and Hamza on together.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Civil War.
I don't think I could handle that.
Anyway, big up. Later.